Hi everyone. Today we would be demonstrating how to build a DevSecOps pipeline using Atmosly. Okay, so without wasting any time, let's jump on how actually we can build a simple drag and drop DevSecOps pipeline with Atmosly. Okay, so let's go to any environment. We have one environment running, which is a voting app. So let's go to any of these services. So we have these couple of services running over here. So we can access an existing workflow, a kind of a CI/CD pipeline directly from here. Okay. So let's look at the different the workflow details itself. So workflow details right now you see have three main components like source, build, and deploy. A source obviously has multiple options. For example, you can do a build type as an automatic or manual, then select a particular branch or give it a wildcard. For now, we would keep it exactly as it is. Okay. In the build options, we have options like container registry, where we want to push this image once it gets created, our Docker file path, what's the build context, and the platform where we want to build the image, what resources we want to give while we build this image. So in an application which are heavy, so probably more resources are required, whether we want to use spot instances, whether we want to enable cache or not. So these are the different configurations that one can define. And then the last step is the deploy step. So where in which environment we want to deploy, we might have a multiple environment, so we can pick the environment from here, and whether we want this build to be a manual or automatic. So that means if to manual, we have to promote it manually. Let's keep it to automatic. So what you see right now is a very simple pipeline, but let's suppose say I want to convert this pipeline into a DevSecOps pipeline. So basically what that means, so that means integrating some security tools. So let's click on a plus sign, integrate the our first tool, which is like a secret detection. So we want to detect if there are any secrets within our code. So we enable a secret detection, and we define a failure strategy that if a secret gets detected, whether we want to fail our pipeline or we want to abort. Okay, or skip. So let's do a skip for now, and here we would just click on save. So this becomes my pipeline now. So let's suppose say I want to run something after the build as well. So we have multiple tool options available over here where we can define custom scripts as well. But for now, let's pick Trivi Scan. And for Trivi Scan also, I can define the max critical vulnerabilities that I want to allow. Let's allow it 4, and max high vulnerabilities that I want to allow. And again, the failure strategy I want to keep is skip. So what I want is only the detection, since it's a non-prod environment for me. Okay, so let's do a save. Now this becomes a kind of my DevSecOps pipeline, right? So I have an option either save. So if I save, whenever there is a next push into the main branch, then this pipeline would run. Okay, but let's suppose say I want to run it right now, then let's click on save and execute. It would ask me to select a branch again since it's set on automated. So let's keep the branch same, and I click on execute. Okay. So what it would do is it would create a release against this configuration for us. Okay. And here you see these are the different steps that are available for source. Right now it's in a pending state. It would take like in a couple of seconds to minutes before it would actually start running. But this is how it would do. It would first clone, then it would run secret detection, then it would do a build step, then it would do a tree scan, then push, and then deploy. So these are like a multiple steps that would be done over here. We see, okay, so the source has run, detect secret has run, and if you would see the logs over here, we can see it did a git secret scanning, secrets were detected, and it detected that the skip detected as a failure strategy, so that's why it continued. In case if we would not have selected the skip as our strategy, then this pipeline would have failed. Okay, but here we would be able to see the logs real time whatever happens. For example, in this case these are the build step that has run. So we would be able to see all the details related to the logs, whatever has been performed. And if we see the next step, Trivi also has succeeded. If I click on the Trivi scan, I would be able to see the logs of the Trivi scan itself. Okay, Trivi scan has passed. As per this, there were zero vulnerabilities in terms of high and critical. And now the next step of push is running. So basically, it would push to that particular container registry, and here we would be able to see what all perform operations actually it is performing. And once this would run, then we would have our final step where it would actually deploy the application as a new pod. Okay, for example, you see this is the last step, so the cd would start, and in a similar case we would be able to see the reflecting over here as well. So the app status would probably change in the last step itself. If I click on success, yeah, so the deployment part is pending. Currently the deployment would happen, then this application would change the state from healthy probably to the transition. So that takes a very small amount of time. Okay, which we can validate. Let's go to this vote app, and if we see with the events, let's suppose say the new events must have been generated. Yes, so you see it has pulled a new image for about 31 seconds ago, 30 seconds ago. And similarly we would see that the new pods would be coming up. So 38 seconds ago, 42 seconds ago, the new pod has come up, right? So this entire pipeline has succeeded. Yeah, so in this way, we can customize the pipeline and we can continue to build. For example, again, if I want to just change it, change the strategy, let's suppose say from skip to an actual failure, then also we can actually change that. And any reports that the scans would generate would be available in the view report section itself. So this was the latest scan that has run. So the tool, the secret detection tool, the TV scan report is available over here. We can just download these reports and then we can analyze as well. Thank you guys. We would love you to try it out and see you with the next demo.